It's one thing to know and understand what the term copyright means, but it's quite another thing to actually know what kinds of works are protected by this kind of intellectual property right, that is a copyright. And before I start giving examples, I want to clarify one very important point, and that is that the examples given in this video lecture are not meant to be exhaustive. That is, these examples are not meant to serve a comprehensive list, so that if I have not mentioned a certain example, that does not mean that it would definitely not be covered by copyright law. It is possible that I have not mentioned that example just because it was not in my list of examples. So in this video, I'm just sharing some examples. It is possible, of course, that there may be other examples that do fall under copyright law. So for that, you would have to refer to the definition of copyright law and then decide whether or not your work is going to be covered by copyright. Okay, so let's start discussing the examples right away. Usually, in the common mind, copyrights are generally associated with novels, movies, music, and song lyrics, and because of this reason, what happens is that copyright law is often overlooked or ignored by businessmen and business people. But let me tell you that copyrights do indeed have application in the business world as well. For instance, just to mention one example, they have application in the protection of product manuals and instruction booklets, training materials, and of course, marketing and sales materials. Okay, so those were just a few examples to make sure that you're clear about the fact that even in the business world, copyrights are indeed important. Now, generally speaking, copyright protects an author's literary or artistic creations, and these are often collectively referred to just as works, that is, copyright works. And obviously, the next question would be, what exactly counts as a literary or an artistic work? So, these kinds of works basically include every production in the literary or artistic domain. And now, just to give a few examples, this includes works such as books, novels, pamphlets, and other writings, even lectures. And this also includes dramatic or musical works, choreographic works, and it also includes cinematographic works, works of drawing, paintings, architecture, sculptures, and all photographic works as well, of course. And last but not the least, because this one's really important, copyright has also been utilized to protect computer software and computer programs. So yes, traditionally, even though copyright was usually considered with respect to music, literature, novels, and works of art such as paintings, but today in modern times, copyright also finds application with respect to protection of computer software. Although I must mention that in recent years, computer software has more often become the subject of patent applications, so that's the topic for another video where I discuss patent laws. But for now, I just thought that you should be aware of this very important development in the world of intellectual property law. Okay, so that's it for this video. Do listen to the next lecture where I talk about the kinds of works that are not protected by copyright law.